Morning world, it's Hippy Trev here. Another beautiful day up here in paradise. Roll that intro.
Hi, Hippy Trev here and welcome to my channel. Hope you get something out of it.
Morning world, it's another beautiful day up here in paradise. Looks like the rain sort of pissed off for a little while, but I reckon it's going to be back. I only mowed my lawns like 2 or 3 days ago and they're just gone ballistic. And that's what happens this time of year. We get the rain and the heat and everything. It's quite lovely, but it means I mow my lawn every 3 to 4 days. So I'd rather be doing that than not mowing it for 3 months like I have in the past. So, and also just quickly, the other day on the video when I was saying about what I've been doing, well, I haven't been doing much except selling my own products and someone else's products. What I meant by that isn't what most people thought I was talking about. So I got an elderly lady whose partner died fairly recently. So I sold her van for her, made her some good money, got myself a little bit of coin for that as well. And then she had a whole heap of gear that he bought, like camping gear and stuff. So I've been slowly selling that off for her, making her quite a few dollars and getting a couple of dollars there for myself as well for all the time and hassle. So that's been her product. Like I said, she was elderly, a bit up there, doesn't have Facebook, doesn't want to deal with the public. And the other part was my products, which is basically car parts, antique stuff, odds and ends that I normally sell at car shows and stuff, just floating around that I'm just trying to get rid of just to make a few dollars. And in the last, say, 3 or 4 weeks, I've actually sold 3 cars. I haven't bought them, they've been other people's cars, so I've managed to part off 3 cars in that time. So that's sort of what I meant by selling my own product. So anyway, today's video is going to be about Mr. B and his newly acquired Dunnydoor. It is a VE 08 station wagon. I looked at it the other day and gave a little bit of a going over. Anyway, he's going to bring it back shortly. Give you guys a walk around, bit of a look. There was a couple of things in question I didn't really like. Well, mainly one in particular, but it may not be a thing now, but it was certainly a thing at some stage. Now, the guy who bought it off said it was his son's car. He went down to Brisbane to pick it up. It was parked out in front of his house. And his guy seemed a bit squirrely. So anyway, when he picked up, he drove it home. Said there was a couple of issues. There's a couple of things I've noticed already. There's a part we're looking for, so I'm hoping someone out there might be able to help us get that. And also, it was supposedly bought off a guy selling it for his son. So when Mr. B got down there, it was just parked out the side of some place, and he sort of was like, this all seems a bit sketchy. Anyway, he bought it, paid for it, drove it home, which is another issue I'll talk about in a minute. And when he got home, he noticed there was some like white writing on the side of the window, like it was came off a lot or an auction house. So I hope he hasn't been scammed, but he's certainly got a few worries on his mind. So anyway, he should be here fairly shortly. We'll do a walk around the car, look at the part I'm trying to find. I've been online trying to find that part, but it's just been a little bit of a nightmare and a little bit tricky. Plus, I don't really know 100% what I'm on about. And the other part is something that I think was serious at some stage. I don't think it's a problem now, but it was definitely worth noticing. Anyway, we're waiting for Mr. B to show up in his newly acquired red Dunnydoor VE wagon, and we'll do a bit of a walk around and make a little bit of an evaluation of it. So, rightio worlds, I'll catch you when he gets here. Later, bye. Rightio worlds, Mr. B's just arrived in his recently acquired 2008 VE Dunnydoor. That'll do it. Let's have a bit of a look around. Looks like he's given it a wash since it's got home. I know, still got Waluga mud all over it. So this is it. Hello, Bruno. Bruno in the back. So needs a bit of a clean. So we have a bit of a bum scruff here on the back. Hey, Scruffy. Certainly had a bit of a ding of some sort. How's the drive, Mr. B?
Wonderful.
Where's your keys? I want to see what we'll do a speedo reading. Plus I want to get under the bonnet. So the interior, a bit marked, but overall not too bad, but there is a part we are looking for, so I'll show you in a minute. All right, let's have a look. And he's got the aircon on. The aircon's on that doesn't work. All right, what's that? 210,000 Ks. Where's that? Right, we'll turn that off. Right, so here's the problem we're looking for in here. I'm looking for this shroud here. Now, I have been on Shitbook, and I've talked to a few people, but they're really hard to talk to and get in contact with. I've been on Fleabay. They had one of these for $65 and they wanted $65 postage, but they never got in contact with me again. One guy on Shitbook, he wants 125 bucks plus postage. I don't know what this section here is worth. I guess we don't really need the switches, but if we're going to buy the console, we may as well get a whole new set of switches with it. So as far as interior, we need this part, this whole surround here. I guess it's, yeah, it all looks like one piece and clipping it out, because at the moment these windows are really hard to use. So we're definitely looking for that place. So we're definitely looking for that piece. Any of you Dunnydoor nuts out there can hook me up with one of these. It'd be really, really handy. I haven't run the wreckers over in Scaryborough yet, but anyway, that's the part we're looking for here. All right, let's have a look under the bonnet. Already clicked. Right. Right, a little bit of a dent there. I mean, this is an 08. She's done quite a few miles. The struts don't stay up. Thank you. So you haven't driven it much since you've been home?
No, it's going for a service on Tuesday.
So
A warning light tells me check the engine.
all right, so it's got an engine light check. That could mean a million things. Also, when he's driving and you put your foot on the brakes, there's a vibration through the steering wheel. I'm guessing that's pads and rotors. I wouldn't assume that to be a big job to worry about as far as being too hard to do. The part that concerned me is when I lifted this bit here and we saw mud. That's a lot clearer than it was the other day. I pulled this stick out the other day and this whole stick was just covered in brown mud, like literally just mud, which is the overflow bottle for the radiator. Yeah, there we go, look at that. That's like milkshake. Now, apparently there was a receipt in the car that you let go, but apparently it had some radiator work, do you think?
Yeah, it did. I can't, you know what I'm like mechanically.
Yeah, I know what you like, can't cheap receipts too. So apparently at some stage, I'd say fairly recently, the radiator's been changed. I'd say what it's had is a transmission milkshake. I have checked the oil. There was no, actually you want to hold that for me? Just point it down here. So we'll check the oil. So there's definitely no water in the oil. It smells right, nice and clean, so that's not a problem there. I'll lift the radiator cap. Make sure it's not under pressure because it's just driven here. Although you haven't come far, have you?
3 blocks.
3 blocks, there we go. And there's a little bit of brown sludge on the top of some pinky looking coolant. I'll see if I can get in there and grab that. So there's definitely some leftover oil residue on the cap and stuff. Now, I'm not overly concerned. I don't think it's like a blown head gasket or something like that, because it doesn't overheat and doesn't run hot.
I drove home as well 400 kilometres without an issue.
Right, so 400 k's on the trip home. I'm just guessing at some stage the radiators let go and the transmission and that has mixed themselves together. I'm just assuming, like I said, I know pretty much nothing about these Dunnydoors. Check the air filter, that's nice and clean. Hold that again, and I just want to check the transmission fluid. Make sure that's all not murky. Come out. Oh, that doesn't want to come out. There we go. Right, stinks. Smells burnt. And that oil, as far as I'm aware, should be red and not brown, but there's no mud on it. So whether the transmission had been infected at any stage before they replaced the radiator, don't really know. Thank you. So that's sort of where we're at. What'd you pay for it? $3 grand.
$50 short.
$50 short of $3,000 for an 08. And the other thing he spotted, but I think he's cleaned it off now. You've cleaned off the white markings, but there's some white writing on the window when he got it.
It's yellow.
It's yellow. Where is it? I can't see it. It's gone.
Must be on this.
Might be on the driver's window, which we're thinking either made it a auction lot or it came off a car lot. So my son's car, my arse. So there we go. That'll do. So now we've got some white writing there, and it looks like that's come off a car lot.
The guy that sold it to me told me it was his son's.
Yeah, I think the guy was full of shit. That is definitely not. This was my son's car marking on it. So But look, overall, I don't think it's too bad. Pads and rotors maybe at the front. I'd be pulling the overflow thing out and giving that a complete wash out because it is full of mud, so it's all obviously just, you know, going to suck back into the engine. Didn't overheat, no other troubles from that. So, like I said, you know, we got some money for his car, a little bit of a changeover, and stepped up on this. Oh, and of course the aircon doesn't work. The fan blows, but there's no cold air, so maybe that's just a simple regassing. Maybe that's a simple regassing. So overall, Mr. B, how do you feel? Pretty good?
Yeah, it's going to cost a few more bob than I expected, but I think I'll end up with a good car.
Well, I don't know of any second-hand car you buy second-hand that you don't put some sort of money into. They're never perfect when you get them. And for the price, I mean, I've been looking around, some of these wagons are pulling up to 10 grand.
I saw another one, the same model, when I was looking for 5 grand, and it had 80,000 more Ks.
Oh, okay.
300,000 Ks.
All right, so, I mean, the mud in the overflow bottle's a bit of concern, but if it was a problem, it'd show up by now, and you would have found that on the way home, and you would have had to call a tow truck.
Yes.
You know, if there was like
I could call a tow truck now, it's covered by insurance.
But, you know, like the head gasket didn't blow water and shit everywhere. There's no oil leaks or anything, doesn't drop oil anywhere or anything like that.
No.
Okay, I think overall, well, I think you did pretty good. Like I said, I don't know the Dunnydoors. So, the main thing is, if anyone out there can get us this, hang on, hello.
It's a VE.
It's a 1980.
VE.
That's Mr. Bruno in the back. So, hello, Bruno. Hi, Bruno. Anyway, we're looking for this console section here. If anyone knows where we can get one. Like I said, I've seen a few on Fleabay. They want $65 for the console section, and then they want another $65 for postage. Another guy wanted $130. I don't know what they're really worth, but it's, you know, it's not like we need the whole console. We just need this clip-in bit, and probably get with the window and mirror switches and whatever these switches are up front. And hopefully it's an easy swap out. So. Alright, well, so there we go. The newly acquired Dunnydoor by Mr. B. Bit of a step up from the 96 he had, and this should probably see him out, hopefully, barring any misadventure. So, anyway, well, that's the update of what's happening with the car, and hopefully I'll be back into selling more car parts and crap next week, and getting back into making videos. So, and I've got to reorganise getting my tattoo book. So, righto, worlds, stay safe, keep your knees in the breeze, and I will catch you later. Bye.